Think about this. Who do you compare yourself to the most? If you're not sure, think of the last time you scrolled your timeline. Which updates made you the most jealous? Which ones made you feel your life wasn't as good as theirs? Did any posts make you feel smug or better than that person? The comparison game is as old as humanity, and as they say, there is nothing new under the sun. Welcome to Beyond Behavior, and in this video we are going to teach you how to stop comparing yourself to others. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now, I understand comparing yourself to others. In fact, I did it most of my life. At first it was school and sports. After I graduated and got older, I began comparing income, job titles, and even home sizes. There are so many avenues in which you can compare yourself to others. This is especially easy when you are constantly flooded with seemingly fantastic lives on social media. It's much easier when we are constantly reminded about someone's so-called better life. Once we go down this road, it's hard for it to end. We're no exception to this rule. With that, here are some tips to overcome this feeling. The first tip is to become aware of your triggers and avoid them. You should start becoming aware of situations that make you start comparing yourselves to others. For many people, social media is a big one, but what about those other times? Is there someone in your life who is constantly bragging about their life and makes you question your own to make you feel inferior? Are there some things you do, like walking around the nicest mall in your area or driving through an expensive neighborhood, that makes you feel unhappy with your life? Make a list of who and what makes you feel envious and makes you compare. Write down each one and how it negatively impacts you and why it's actually a waste of your time. Avoid these triggers if you can, especially if this activity or contact doesn't provide value to your life. You should understand that someone else's lifestyle has no impact on yours. They are living their own, and so should you. Ask yourself this: does caring about someone else's life bring happiness to you? Does this benefit your life mentally or financially? The second tip is to remind yourself that social media only shows someone's best life. Think about it. Do you want all your shortcomings on social media? Do you want all of that aired out for the world to see? Probably not. Most people are using social media to portray their best life, and that's something you should really start understanding. For the most part, people are posting for some sort of validation from their peers. Whether it's intentional or subconscious, this is a major factor for why people are doing this. The third tip is to be grateful for the good in your life. Take a step back and start appreciating everything that's good that has ever happened to you. Commit yourself to being grateful and remind yourself daily. You'll be much less vulnerable to comparison and envy. If someone or some action makes you feel that way, take a step back and remind yourself of what's going well in your life right now. The fourth tip is to use comparison as motivation. When you're looking at someone else's life, you should be looking at someone who isn't that much better from you or not too far ahead of you. This way, you can actually learn something from them. To make this work, you need to be specific on what you want to get better at. You really have to focus specifically on how you want to be better and then take actions that will lead you to improve. Start writing and recording yourself from an objective standpoint and have a specific goal and time frame of when you want to achieve that. Without something in writing, it's easy to forget what you've actually done. Writing this down will show you how much you've accomplished or haven't accomplished yet. The fifth tip is to understand that money does not buy happiness. Outside of the living expenses like rent, food, transportation, and entertainment, more money in your bank account isn't going to suddenly make you happy. Think about what made you happy growing up. It's probably not about how much money you're making as an 11-year-old, it's about enjoying time with your family or time with your friends. You probably didn't have to worry about money during this time anyway. Start thinking about what actually makes you happy when you take out those living expenses. And that's it for the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We can't wait to hear what you have to say in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn those notifications on. Also, check out the link in the description if you want to learn how to attract the woman of your dreams. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, be on your best behavior.